From the very moment Shedeur Sanders stepped onto the NFL stage, his debut felt like the beginning of something electric. But what happened afterward didn't just spark discussion, it ignited a firestorm. Today, we're diving deep into what many are calling one of the most disrespectful gestures of the Browns season, why Kevin Stefanski made the choice he did, and how Shedeur Sanders is handling the noise with the poise of a seasoned veteran. This isn't just a story about football. It's a story about perception, leadership, loyalty, and the pressure that comes with being a rising star in Cleveland. Shedeur Sanders' first NFL start should have been remembered for all the right reasons. He steadied the Browns' offense and delivered a convincing win that had fans buzzing about the future. Instead, the conversation spiraled far beyond the scoreboard and straight into a debate about respect, symbolism, and whether Cleveland's head coach Kevin Stefanski slighted his rookie quarterback. Sanders shined at his debut, completing 11 of 20 passes for 209 yards with a touchdown and an interception, guiding the Browns to a 24-10 victory over the Las Vegas Raiders. He walked off the field full of confidence, telling reporters he pulled off the performance with just 1 week of practice, and warned that with a full offseason under his belt, he would be dangerous. But then came the moment that shifted the entire narrative. When the game balls were handed out in the locker room, Shedeur Sanders, the rookie, the new face of the franchise, the guy who just delivered a road win in his very first start, didn't receive one. Supporters quickly labeled the move as disrespectful, arguing that Sanders had earned that symbolic recognition. Instead, Stefanski handed the game ball to All-Pro pass rusher Myles Garrett, who dominated with 3 sacks and 2 forced fumbles. And while Garrett absolutely played a monster of a game, fans and former players like Shannon Sharpe and Chad Johnson insisted Sanders should have been honored too on a night that meant so much for his career. By Friday, the speculation had grown far beyond social media. Stefanski suddenly found himself fielding questions from reporters about whether the decision hinted at deeper tension behind the scenes. But Stefanski pushed back, explaining that each game calls for highlighting certain players and that Myles Garrett was more than worthy of a recognition. He emphasized that the team constantly recognizes its players in different ways and that Sanders' first win, especially on the road, was absolutely acknowledged within the locker room. It just didn't come in the form of a game ball. Still, that explanation didn't stop the narrative from gaining traction, especially given Sanders' delayed rise to the starting job. After sitting behind Joe Flacco and then Dillon Gabriel, Sanders finally got his opportunity, only when Gabriel entered concussion protocol. And once on the field, he immediately validated why the Browns invested in him, playing well in consecutive starts on November 16th and 23rd. So with all that context swirling, Sanders was asked if he felt Stefanski was sabotaging his rookie season. His response shut down the drama with one simple question. So you just want to start trouble, huh? Sanders was quick to remind everyone that he can't control what people outside the building choose to stir up and that he's happy where he is. He praised Stefanski for the way he's coached him from day one, making it clear there's no feud, no bitterness, and no underlying tension. As for the future, Stefanski has officially confirmed that Sanders will start again this Sunday against the San Francisco 49ers, one of the toughest defenses in the league and arguably the hardest team to sack because of its disciplined front. It will be another massive test for the rookie, another chance to silence critics, and another opportunity to shift the conversation back to performance rather than post-game optics. Stefanski summed up perfectly when he said, "We have to stay focused on our job. You need to give your very best in a game like this." And he's right. For the Browns, a smoother narrative would be a welcome change. For Sanders, one more strong performance could ensure that the next debate is about his future potential, not about a missing game ball. Because at the end of the day, symbolism fades, but production doesn't. And if Shedeur Sanders keeps playing like this, Cleveland won't just remember his debut, they'll remember the moment a star was born.